Anyone who's ever had anything negative to say about money needs to understand that money is leverage and nothing more. And how you choose to use that leverage is significantly, in every way possible, in your own hands. Nobody can tell you how to use your money. Nobody can tell you how to create leverage for yourself. You do that. And so the power of what we do is our ability to make money only so we can buy our time back. And so anyone, again, who argues that money is not important is still a slave to it. Try to understand this. We go to work to make money. We build businesses to make money. Why? Because we want to buy things? No. Because we want to buy our time back.
Wednesday, the 27th of October, 2022. I'm thinking of ending things. I'm thinking of ending things just as I was the day before that, and the day before that, and the day before that, all the way back to a week ago. That was the day that I felt ill. Again. For the second time since I officially started working at my new job. That's 2.5 months. I got sick once in the last 3 years before this. I wanted to work here so badly. I thought I'd finally found a cool, creative team of people. People that I can trust. People that support each other. But all I see now is a bunch of self-absorbed assholes waiting for any opportunity to attack. Rip each other's throats wide open like a gang of hungry wolves fighting for domination. There's no trust, no support, no team. My anxiety's back. After 1.5 years of finally getting out of my shell. I can't eat, I can't sleep. I lost so much weight. My relationships are falling apart. I don't have time for anyone, not even myself. Just this job. I can't think. I can't feel. The doctor said I might be depressed. I'm thinking of ending things. I'm thinking of quitting. But that won't solve anything now, will it?
I quit 2 jobs in 2022, all in a span of less than half a year. It's the first time in 10 years that I'm actually out of work, to be honest, and I feel like a failure. And yet, at the same time, I feel so free. So, here's the thing. I had this whole segment prepared where I was going to explain why I quit 2 jobs in less than a year. And I had it scripted out. I already filmed it. And I realized that it sucks. It was just me complaining for about 5 minutes how I didn't like things the way they were, and that's not the point why I'm making this video. Long story short, I quit because I burnt out. Now, sure, the second job and the shitty things that were happening there definitely didn't help with the burnout, but the real reason was that I burnt out, and that's it. Simple as that. But the reason behind me burning out is perhaps the story that I actually want to tell. So, in the beginning of May of 2021, I got this great idea about a YouTube series that I was going to do. At that time, I realized I didn't want to pursue the career that I was pursuing at the time, which was being an engineer or a scientific researcher. And my idea was to film a YouTube series where I would try out different things that I wanted to do, because there are a lot of things that I wanted to do by the time I turned 25, and see if any of those would be my next profession or my next career. Now, the premise there was that when you're 25, that's apparently, I mean, I read somewhere that when you're 25, that's apparently like your peak year for your brain performance. So that's like when you learn the most, and after that, you know, it's just downhill from there. So I wanted to learn as much as I could in that 1 year until I turned 26, and I would film it and post it on YouTube as like an entertaining YouTube series, I guess. I've like already written a few episodes, like the scripts for a few episodes. I've already filmed one, never edited it, but I did actually do some of the work to create that series. And then I turned 26, and it was too late, I guess. I mean, it was too late in a sense that I couldn't do the series the exact same way that I originally wanted to. So I gave up. But I still knew that I didn't want to be a scientific researcher anymore, so I rushed to find a new job, and that I did. And in summer of 2022, I started working as a manager in a company that was basically producing YouTube videos. Now I'm not gonna name who they were, but that's what I did because I knew I wanted to do something more creative, and you know, it seemed like the dream job, so I took it. And in 3 months, I think, I just felt horrible. I didn't want to do it anymore. I thought I was gonna literally myself, and I realized after a while that the problem was never the job, not with being a scientific researcher, neither with being a manager at that firm. The problem was that I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. I was trying to, I don't know, fill some goal that was projected onto me. I didn't try to fill out my actual goals, and I burnt out from pretending. I burnt out from working so hard to achieve something that I didn't actually want. And I did them all for what? Just money. I truly am a firm believer that we can change the world for the better. And I think it wouldn't even take that many people as we think it would. I mean, if history has taught us anything, is that there is nothing stronger and more resilient than the human spirit. But I think we do have a problem. I think the real problem is that we are being conditioned to the idea that our value as a human being is based on how much we earn and how much we consume. We are obsessed with money to the point that it's become a religion to us. We idolize rich and successful people and their lives, either through worshipping them or completely fucking despising them and everything they stand for. A lot of us pray for money on the daily basis. We kill for money. We exploit for money. We sell our time, our attention, our souls in order to get more money. We leave all our morals aside in order to profit as much as we can, as fast as we can, regardless of how it affects us, of how it affects other people, and how it affects the world that we live in. We've got crypto scams, we've got fake courses, we've got drop shipping from the cheapest stuff from AliExpress. We're exploiting workers, we're exploiting our audiences, all in the sake of money and profit.
We're hungry for money, and this hunger seems insatiable. It seems like there's a bottomless pit inside of us all that we try to fill with whatever comes within our reach, but it never gets filled. It always just stays as empty as it was the day that we realized it was there.
And listen, there is nothing wrong with seeking comfort. There is nothing wrong with wanting money and wanting material things. Shit, I mean, I want them as well. I don't think anyone's absolved from wanting that. I think seeking comfort and freedom is a natural human instinct. I think that's what we all strive for in the end. But being comfortable doesn't mean you have to become a fucking millionaire or a fucking billionaire, okay? I didn't grow up with much, and I think many people can relate, especially now. There were always issues with stuff like paying rent, paying bills, having food, you know? I became very aware of social or class issues, I guess, at a very young age. So I took it upon myself to work to better the conditions of my family and people who are in similar or even worse situations. Every decision in my life that I made up until this point was to earn as much money as possible so that I can provide stability and help for those around me and myself, and hopefully someday I could provide the same stability to others as well. And guess what? I hated every fucking second of it, and not because of the goal that I had set myself. So I didn't hate it because I was earning that much money or wanted to earn a lot of money. I think deep down I still do, so that I can help others. But I hated every second of it because of what I had to do to earn that money. On the outside, it looked wonderful. I had a great career trajectory. I had stability that I never had before. But on the inside, I wanted to fucking kill myself. And I'm not even joking. I couldn't feel good working in an industry that propagates inequality, propagates class issues, because it doesn't take into account the technologies it's developing and how they will affect the people that they are developing them for. I couldn't bring myself to push cheap products and content that wasn't made with heart to naive audiences. I couldn't bring myself to be a manager whose main job is basically to exploit my co-workers for those extra couple of €100 per month. I would rather have less money and work from a place of compassion. I would rather have less money and have more time to be with the people I care about, the people in my life that I love. I would rather make less money and feel free and comfortable and at peace with myself. So I quit. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with seeking money and monetary gain. There's nothing wrong with wanting and wishing to be comfortable. But being comfortable doesn't mean you have to be a billionaire. It doesn't mean you have to buy the newest and most expensive things. And it doesn't mean you have to get money at all costs. I watched this YouTube video that basically sparked this whole thing. It was about 3 people with their like project cars, you know, like the Honda Civics and shit, who were racing a guy with a Lambo and trying to show him that even though they don't have such an expensive car, that they can still win. And that guy kind of triggered me, I guess, or his demeanor irked me the wrong way.
I'm happy for it. Why? I've never gotten along with people with money. They always have something, they got their nose up in the air. And
But why do you think?
I don't know, maybe because they think they got one over on you. They got something better.
Well, don't they?
Based on his words, he was a guy who grew up poor, and then through opening up a lot of businesses and stuff, he gained a lot of money, and now he's rich and he can get a Lambo. And his whole thing is that he wants other people to be the best version of themselves and have as much money as he does.
But it's not about materialism, it's about freedom. Here's what happens. When we allow people to stay poor, then we're allowing people to not see what the opportunities on the other side of the fence.
Well, we're just in 2 different places of the world. That's the problem. I mean,
I can't accept that people can't be the best versions of themselves. Like, that's one thing I can't accept in my life, right? Like, I've seen what people can do when they want to.
But here's the thing. Being the best version of yourself, living a fulfilling life, has nothing to do with money. You can be the best version of yourself and still not be rich. True comfort, true fulfillment comes from being your true self. It comes from doing what you love, taking care of the people that you love, and self-actualization. It comes from doing things out of a place of compassion and care for other people, not from a place of exploitation and greed and selfishness. And I wish that more people, especially those who already have all the money and the power, would understand that and actually live by that. And I think if they did, and if we all did, I think we could all live lives that are worth living. I will probably never be rich with this mentality in the system that we currently live in. I'll probably never have the amount of monetary resources that I would need to change the lives of others like I dreamed. But I do have a voice, and I do have too many life experiences for my young age. And I do have thoughts. Many, many thoughts. And if nothing else, maybe this will help someone if they're willing to listen.